Have you ever laid in bed at 2 a.m., replaying that conversation from 3 days ago? You know the one, where you said something slightly awkward, and now your brain won't let it go? Or maybe you're the person who takes 20 minutes to send a simple text, because you keep rewriting it, thinking, what if they think I'm being too forward, too casual? What if they don't respond? Here's what's wild. You know you're overthinking. You tell yourself, just stop thinking about it. But somehow, that makes it worse. It's like telling someone not to think about a pink elephant. Guess what you're thinking about now? If this sounds like you, you're not broken, you're not crazy, and you're definitely not alone. Studies show that 73% of adults are chronic overthinkers, and it's literally rewiring our brains, making it harder to make decisions, harder to be happy, and harder to just exist peacefully. But here's the thing nobody talks about. Overthinking isn't actually about thinking too much. It's about something completely different. And once you understand what's really happening, there's a surprisingly simple way to break free from it. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Problem explanation. Think of your brain like a smoke detector. Its job is to keep you safe, right? But we've all had that annoying smoke detector that goes off every time you make toast. It's not broken. It's just way too sensitive. That's what's happening when you overthink. Your brain's alarm system is stuck in overdrive. See, thousands of years ago, if you made a social mistake in your tribe, you could literally get kicked out and So our brains evolved to obsess over every social interaction, every potential threat, every possible thing that could go wrong. The problem is, your brain hasn't gotten the memo that it's 2025. You're not going to die if you send a weird text, or if that presentation doesn't go perfectly, but your brain is still acting like your survival depends on analyzing every tiny detail. And here's where it gets really frustrating. The more you try to stop overthinking by thinking about not thinking, the more you feed the cycle. It's like quicksand. The harder you struggle, the deeper you sink. Most people try to solve overthinking by distracting themselves. Doesn't work long term. Positive thinking just creates more thoughts to manage. Logicking their way out. You can't think your way out of a thinking problem. Anyone else tried these and felt like you were just running in circles? The real issue isn't that you think too much. The real issue is that you've lost trust in your ability to handle whatever happens. So your brain keeps scanning for problems, trying to solve things that don't need solving. But what if I told you there's a completely different approach? All right, here's what actually works. Instead of trying to stop the thoughts, we're going to do something that sounds backwards, but is incredibly powerful. Step 1, notice without fighting. The first step is to become a detective of your own mind. When you catch yourself overthinking, instead of saying, stop it, try this. Oh, there's my brain doing that thing again. That's it. Just notice it. Like you'd notice rain outside your window. You don't get mad at the rain. You just notice it's raining. Try this right now. Think about something you've been overthinking lately. Now, instead of diving into the thoughts, just say, my brain is overthinking about insert thought here. See how different that feels? You're not in the thoughts. You're observing them. That creates space between you and the mental chatter. The key here is no judgment. Don't make yourself wrong for overthinking. Your brain is just trying to keep you safe, even though it's not very good at knowing what actually threatens you. Step 2, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 reset. When you notice the overthinking spiral starting, use this technique to drop back into your body. Name 5 things you can see around you. Actually look at them. 4 things you can touch. The texture of your clothes, the temperature of the air. 3 things you can hear. maybe traffic, or the hum of your computer. 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This isn't just distraction. This is retraining your nervous system to come back to the present moment. Overthinking always happens about the past or future, but your actual life? It's happening right now. The more you practice dropping into your senses, the less power those spiraling thoughts have over you. Step 3, the good enough decision rule. Here's where we tackle the root cause. Most overthinking happens because we're trying to make the perfect decision, but perfect decisions don't exist. Instead, aim for good enough decisions that you can adjust as you go. Overthinking what to text someone? Set a timer for 2 minutes. Write the text that feels 70% right and send it. Done. Overthinking about what to wear? Pick something weather appropriate and makes you feel decent. Done. Big life decision? Gather the key info. Consider your options. Pick the one that aligns with your values and trust yourself to figure out the details as you go. The goal isn't perfect choices. The goal is to make decent choices quickly so you can spend your mental energy on actually living your life. Step 4, build your confidence bank account. This is the game changer. Overthinking happens when you don't trust yourself to handle things, so we need to rebuild that trust. Start small. Every day, notice 1 thing you handled well. Maybe you had a good conversation. Maybe you solved a work problem. Maybe you just got through a tough day. Write it down, or just mentally acknowledge it. I handled that well. This isn't about being perfect. It's about recognizing that you're actually pretty capable. The more evidence you collect of your ability to handle life, the less your brain feels like it needs to overthink everything. Most of us have years of evidence that we can figure things out, but we don't pay attention to it. Start paying attention. Step 5, the uncertainty practice. Final step, and this might sound weird. Practice being okay with not knowing. Pick small things throughout your day where you let yourself not have all the answers. Order something new at a restaurant without researching it first. Take a different route home without mapping it out. The goal is to build your tolerance for uncertainty, because here's the truth. Life is uncertain, always has been, always will be. The more comfortable you get with not knowing exactly how things will turn out, the less your brain needs to overthink everything. This isn't about being reckless. It's about accepting that you can't control everything, and that's actually okay. Now I know some of you are thinking, but what if something goes wrong? And here's the beautiful thing. You'll handle it. You always have before. Listen, if you're someone who overthinks, it means you care. You care about doing things right, about not hurting people, about making good choices. That's actually beautiful. You're not broken for having an active mind. Some of the most creative, thoughtful, and successful people in the world are overthinkers. The difference is, they've learned to work with their minds, not against them. This isn't going to change overnight, and that's completely normal. You've probably been overthinking for years. It's going to take time to retrain those patterns. Be patient with yourself. Some days, you'll catch yourself spiraling and successfully redirect. Other days, you'll spend 3 hours analyzing why your coworker said thanks instead of thank you. Both of these days are part of the process. The fact that you're here watching this video means you're already taking steps to change. That takes courage. Most people just accept that overthinking is their personality and never try to shift it. But you're different. You're choosing to grow. And here's what I want you to remember. You've survived 100% of your worst days so far. Every time your brain told you something terrible would happen if you made the wrong choice, you figured it out. You adapted. You kept going. You're more resilient than your anxious thoughts want you to believe. Trust yourself. You've got this. If this video helped you see overthinking differently, hit that like button. It tells YouTube to share this with someone else who might need to hear it. And here's what I'm curious about. What's the thing you overthink about most? Conversations? Decisions? Work stuff? Relationships? Drop a comment and let me know. I read every single one, and your comment might help someone else realize they're not alone in this. If you want more videos on managing anxiety, building confidence, and actually enjoying your life, instead of just surviving it, subscribe and ring that notification bell. I post new videos every Tuesday with practical tools you can use immediately. And if you found the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique helpful, I have an entire video on other grounding techniques that help with anxiety and overwhelm. I'll link it right up here. Remember, you're not your thoughts. You're the awareness that notices them. I'll see you in the next video.